It's September of our first year here running Shady Country Distillery, and this month we'll be making our first batch of apple moonshine and moving materials for that, as well as starting to section off our field to make room for crops that we'll need for upcoming productions. You can find a link to this series in the description or in the comments below, and of course, check out the channel page for other farming series you might like. Well, it's September now, and we've got things going here on the farm. We have, well, among other things, we are out here with kind of the production area of the farm. This is going to get built up more, but for right now, it's, well, like you saw in the first episode. So here in September, we've got things moving a little bit. We've got our grain mill is doing some things with the canola that we harvested. We got some work going on here in this field. I want to get some work done here in this field. I want to get some grass planted, because we need grass and we'll need hay. And this field is really big, as you probably saw when we were harvesting it. It definitely took some time to harvest it all with our little harvester. It's harvested, so I think the best thing to do is to break it up into smaller fields, because we don't need one crop for the whole field. So I've cut a line down here, and we'll be coming out here today with the tractor and at least working on this some. This part of the field here, I think we could plant some of it wheat, and I think we have time to do that still this year. I'll check the calendar, but some of this wheat and then some of this in grass. So this field will end up being, ideally, and I think it would work great for a small production farm like we're doing here. Have this big, was it like 5.8 hectares? I think it'd be great as like 3 or 4 smaller fields. We'll see how that ends up being. We also have chickens. Of course, this is only the second episode, but last episode we didn't have chickens. Now we do. I just started us off with a few. We got chickens right here. We've got 15 hens, and I put in a rooster just for good measure because we can. So we're starting off with 15 chickens, and we'll see how that comes along. They're very happy right now. Here on this map, they do actually require water and straw, which is something you usually don't see chickens requiring, but they're all fed with water, straw, food, and I think they're producing eggs. Yeah, we've got some eggs here, which we'll be using in our productions. You know what? We can go ahead and run these eggs over to our little kind of storage warehouse as it's slowly getting filled up with stuff. Well, not getting filled, but we're slowly adding stuff to it. But let's move these eggs over to our storage so they don't get, trampled, driven over, or stepped on, because, yeah, they're just kind of sitting right there. I'll just toss them in here, and we'll take these over to the where we're storing our other stuff. There we go. Let's put those in there. Oh, I don't think that actually is strapping them down. Doesn't seem to have. Well, straps for good measure. Also, today what we're going to be doing is starting our first batch of moonshine for, Shady Country Distillery. That's what we're doing here, is we're running our distillery. Of course, we're producing other things, but that's really the central concept here. I guess I should have opened with that. Yeah, we're going to be running up to the still. I've got our truck loaded up here. Yeah. So we've got the truck loaded up with supplies to take up to our still. We've got propane, and also back there we got some... yeast. That's right. Now, we're not going to use yeast to make the apple. We're going to start off making the apple moonshine, because we've got the apples already. We're going to have to take sugar up there, and we're also going to need propane. We don't need yeast to make this kind of moonshine, but I had to buy yeast anyway. Yeast speeds up the production in our composter over here. I have our composter kind of started to working, but it needs grass and hay. Long story short, I had to buy some yeast for this anyway, so I got some to take up to the still, because it will be useful for other kinds of alcohol that we may want to make in the future, because we can't make, we won't be making apple moonshine all year round. We'll have other flavors of moonshine as well. So anyway, today we're also going to take a trip up to the still and maybe work some up there. For now, let's get these eggs over to our little warehouse area. Again, yeah, so we don't accidentally crush them or something over here. Maybe we could get a little vehicle. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Get a little vehicle for running. Yeah, that's clearly the straps are not holding the eggs down. We should look into maybe a small vehicle to move production items around the farm, as this tractor is this tractor and everything here is so big. Now this transport box, well, is generally useful for all kinds of things, but we don't need this big tractor in this to run production items around the farm. Maybe I could keep eyes peeled for a smaller vehicle that would make more sense. So we'll just toss this in here. All right, so that's being stored, oh yeah, somewhere in here. So this is going to automatically organize everything like that. So as you can see, we've got some apples from our orchard. These will be going up to the still. I'm going to work on that some today. I see no reason not to head up there now. I want to get the grass planted, but let's go ahead and, yeah, let's get the truck over here. And let's take a trip up to our little moonshine and shed up in the woods. We haven't been up there since we found that place, and then I went and talked to the guy. We haven't been up there yet armed with knowledge or ingredients. Let's get started on our moonshine empire. It'll be fun. Now we're gonna need, we'll take a good amount of apples up there. I'll see. We're also gonna want to take sugar up there. Now I've purchased some sugar and it should be waiting for us at the store. Yeah, I'll whoops, we're gonna want to, there we go. Okay, we're gonna want to address that here in a minute. What's the best way to get the sugar up there? Actually, you know what the best way would be? The best way to do that is, well, the truck will totally pull this trailer. Yeah, we'll take the, let's load the truck up with apples, and then we'll hook it up to this trailer, stop by the store, pick up our sugar, and get out there. I'm not sure how many apples we're going to need, but we can put, well, we'll just throw back here whatever is comfortable to throw back here, I guess. Let's get this set up here, and let's see. Wait. We're going to pick up the apples over here. Alright, let's see. Well, we know now that we don't need that. It's not going to do any good. We'll just, let's stuff 1, 2, you probably fit 4 trays back here, I'm thinking. Okay, so we want apples. Let's just grab, yeah, let's grab 4 for now. Alright. Let's get these loaded in the truck. Try to get them loaded in here nice and neat. They're going to slide around though, as we've seen the straps won't hold them down. So I'll try to get these loaded in here somewhat neatly. There's 2, and 1 more, 3. And 4. Yeah, well, they're gonna roll around in the back anyway, but we'll try to get them set in here nicely. There we go. Good enough. All right. We go north. Oh, first we need to stop and we need to pick up our trailer. Yeah, pick up our trailer. We're going to stop by the store, get the sugar, and take that up there. Of course, the sugar we had to buy on a pallet. That's the only way that I know of right now. And I'm preferring to not do things with pallets. I kind of like the small production hometown feel of moving things by hand. But until I don't know a way yet to handle sugar without a pallet. So that said, that's how we're moving it right now until a way reveals itself that I can move it in smaller quantities. We're going to have to go to the store and pick up a pallet that we purchased. So, let's see. We are going this way. And hopefully we'll get a better idea. I'm not exactly sure. Well, you know, this is the first run of moonshine that we're doing here, of course. So I don't have a real good feel yet for how much the product we're going to need. You know, I'm sure we have enough propane here to run the still. But as far as apples, yeah, I don't know. We'll see if 4 crates was enough. We might want to do another, dedicated run up here later of more. For now, let's get to the store. You know what? Let's do something I like to do. Let's turn the cruise control on this down so that we're not flying down the road at super high speed. There we go. 45 miles an hour. That feels a little better. A little more realistic. So we're not ramming into stuff. Who wants that? That's a beautiful countryside here. Why go too fast and miss it all? Oh yeah, while we're down here, maybe we can get some repairs for this trailer. I neglected that. that this trailer was among some of the starting equipment here, and it already had some damage to it. We should get that repaired. And this car is apparently waiting for me for no reason. All right. Well, store's right down here. We'll get this sugar loaded up. Oh, there's a roadside market. Yeah, people out here. Hello, people. Good people of the countryside. We want to sell you moonshine. Well, not yet. Yeah, right now, that is the only way we have to buy it. I'll see if there's a way we can produce sugar. There likely is a way we can produce it. I'm not a fan of having to buy and move pallets. It feels too commercial to me. I want it more hometown, handcrafted feel to it. But for now, we're going to do this. Now, once we get it up to our still, I have no way to unload this. So we'll tackle that problem when we get up there. You know, I probably could have put this in the back of the truck. Well, yeah, now I see how small it is. I could have made room and stuck this in the back. Well, I've got a trailer, so I may as well use it. Well, I ordered a pallet. I didn't necessarily know how big it was going to be. Just push that on there a little better. There we go. All right, let's get this guy strapped in. All right, to the moonshine still we go, up north of here. Now, I think our turn, well, the last time I came up here was with a tractor. The only time I've been up here was with a tractor. I think the truck made a much shorter trip of it. Is this the road here? This might be the road here. Let's see. Yeah, the last time I was up here, it was at sub 20 miles an hour. So, no doubt we made the trip a little faster this time. We want to look for a little road. Yeah, this looks like it here. Carefully through the forest. Carefully through the trees. Yeah, it's pretty hidden back here. Yeah, this little vacation property up here. Well, I didn't necessarily purchase it as vacation property per se, but I was told there was a shack here, a little cabin, and I was told that, well, mostly I got it for the lumber. But hey, look at this. We got us production out of it as well. Let's see. Let's go ahead and let's see if we can back this sugar into it. Now, let's pull this over here. If we straighten this out, maybe, oh, when we take the straps off, we might be able to, without unloading off the trailer, might be able to back the trailer in and yeah, work like that. Let's see. I don't know. Might have to bring something up here to offload it. That works. Awesome. Well, that's good to know. All right, so we got it loaded with sugar. It's yeah, I guess that's a decent place to park the trailer. Let's get this other stuff offloaded here. All right, first, let's get the apples over here. All right, let's check this out and see what we need exactly. Okay, moonshine. We are looking at, yeah, we got lots of production here we can do. This is going to be a great farm to run. Apple moonshine. Let's go ahead and turn it on, and it's not, even though it's not ready yet. We need water. Yeah, I forgot about that. That makes sense, doesn't it? We're going to need water. We can get that. We'll just have to run up here with the tractor, of course. Sugar, propane. All right, everything else we've got. Yeah, I neglected the water step. Well, let's get at the stuff that it needs. Yeah, see, had I... Well, that's okay, you know. What we can do is... See, we could have put the sugar... What I'm saying is we could have put the sugar in the back of the truck and pulled the water trailer up here. But we got everything we need. We'll just have to make another trip to get that is all. And you know what? It's okay because when we come back up, we can bring more apples because yeah, we'll bring more apples. Now, obviously, again, yeah, we don't need the yeast, but there's other moonshine production that does use it. And as long as we had some, I say why not bring it up here, too. As long as we had to buy some. I bought more in bulk. Same thing with the propane. I don't mean, well, we do need that, but I don't know how much we need. Certainly not, I bought 4 tanks, I think. Yeah, but now we've got enough for other things if we need it. Propane, butane. Yeah, that might just be a good amount. It took a minute to take all that. We'll see once we get these dropped off here. All right, and there's the last tank. Now let's go ahead and let's check how much. Okay, we put in 800 liters or thereabouts. It holds 2,400 liters. So we've got plenty of propane, butane for a while. All right, so to make the apple moonshine, we're all set except for water. We just need to get some water up here. Let's make sure our operation is packed up and good. And let's see, how do we think we are? How do I think we are in apples? Well, it takes more apples than anything after water, so it's going to hold a lot. So we'll run the rest of our apples up here. I'm going to go ahead and take this trailer back with us, and we'll be back up here with more apples and a trailer of water. And of course, well, we've got some other work to do on the farm. Yeah, but we should really get the water up here first, because this can't start production until we get the water up here. All right, well, I'm going to get us back down to the farm. The truck should be able to pull the water trailer. That would make it a much quicker trip up there. Let's see. Find a place to park our flatbed here. Where's a good out-of-the-way place? Because I was bumping into it before where I had it parked. Well, I don't know. For now... Oh, I see where we can park this for now. Because I'm not using this trailer a whole lot. I mean, we will use it to transport big amounts of stuff, but... you know, bales and... but, you know, the back of the truck is fine for holding most stuff. Yeah, this will be pretty out of the way here. We won't be bumping into it much there. All right, so let's check on our apples. And, oh, yeah, make sure, of course, this truck can pull our water trailer. Should be able to. Where did I park it? All right, well, we've got 2 trailers that can hold water, but this one over here is dedicated only water and holds more. So we're going to want to drive this one up there. This one over here. Should already have some in it. Okay, well, not really, not much, but all right, we're going to go fill up on water and apples and back out to the forest, I guess. Now, we've got a water pump on our property here because there's only one water fill point on this map, and it is horribly far out of the way. Our farm is right here. Here's our farm. And the only source for water that I'm aware of on this map is here. Which, hey, that's not bad. That's really central, right? That's really central because our farm's here, and that's here, and our still is up here. Yeah, but you see, the thing is, the only way to get to it is to come all the way up here, go all the way east, and then either backtrack all this way, all the way around the map, or, yeah, it's in the center of the map, but it's in a way that you have to backtrack like 2 miles, however you get to it. So anyway, that is why we have a fuel-powered water pump on our property here. I thought it was prudent that we install something like this. We should be able to fill up plenty right here. As long as I keep this supplied with fuel. Let's see. It's oh yeah, it's got plenty of water. It looks like it's well, I'll check on this and keep it running, but right now it's storing 43,000 gallons of water, it looks like. So yeah, that's good. That's a really handy device to have there. Oh yeah, apples. We just drove right past the apple department here. Just get up here. Is there any more apples ready to pick up? Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. We can toss these in the truck here. And then I guess we'll just take out whatever's in our storage. We'll get these thrown in the back of the truck. And I guess whatever's in our storage, we'll just toss it all back there, or at least as many as we can without, you know, without risking anything actually falling over the edge, we'll fill the truck up with apples and head out back to the still. And now we could properly, well, yeah, we'll be able to properly get our moonshine going. So let's just, yeah, park it like that. And we're going to want, let's just pull all of these out. So we'll go apples, 14. All right, this is going to take a sec. I'm going to get these thrown in the back of the truck. Now, when we have, when we get a bigger, if we upgrade the orchard, we can have it output on pallets. But it's just kind of the thing, like I said earlier, I like the feel of moving things by hand better. But if our production gets a lot more, you know, if it gets to the point where we're just moving a lot more product, it would make sense to move the pallets. I just like the, I like the feel of this better. Again, you know, all the way up until we're moving like 30 of these every time, and then that could be a bit much. And there might be just a, I'm sure we'll develop some better ways of doing things here. I mean, this is only our first full month here. This is our second, you know, episode here in Shady Country Distillery. I'm sure we'll find better ways to move and store things production-wise as the farm goes on. I'm sure we'll find and develop better ways and methods. But for now, this is all the apples we have. So we're putting everything we have into our first batch of moonshine production. Should be a really good one. Let's get going back up to the still and drive carefully so that these don't get kicked out of the bed of the truck. And then when we get back to the farm, we're going to want to be working on grass production, things like that. Because when we can't make apple moonshine, we'll be wanting to use other crops. And to use other crops, we're going to need, well, other materials to make different kinds of alcohol. We made it to our dirt road here, I think, with all the apples, with the entire load intact. Whoa, right as I hit a huge bump in the dirt road. And that's, you know, that would have been funny if I'd lost a crate of apples out of the bed of the truck there, right as I said that. But yeah, we made it here as far as, I'm pretty sure, with our entire load. Let's get this backed up, get our water offloaded, and our apples unloaded to our little shed here. It's a lot of water for that. That's true. I'm not sure how much water it holds, because here at the shed I only just see that that blue barrel there. Well, let's offload that, pump that in there. All right, I'm going to be up here. I'm going to grab the apples. You stand there, and I'll toss them to you. All right, and we'll get these loaded into the still here. Then we'll see how our production is going now that we actually have all the ingredients that we need. I'll just toss these down here to you. All right, 1 crate of apples left. There we go. And let's see how this is going. Let's check our easy to see. It's easier to kind of get an overview of it in the production menu here. So apple moonshine, it's running. And oh wow, that little blue barrel holds a lot of water apparently. Well, that's good to know that anytime we have a chance, anytime we come up here, it might be handy to bring a water trailer with us and keep that topped off. Although, well, yeah, when you look at the fact that it uses 3 times as much water just for this apple moonshine, it uses, well, I mean, it's mostly water, you know, right? We're distilling alcohol, so yeah, it uses 3 times as much water as it does apples. We're going to want to run more up here. So moonshine production is going to take a while. This is something that we probably won't have our first deliverable batch until, definitely not till later this month, maybe even next month. But for now, we've got that cooking. Now what I want to do is we want to get back to the farm, and we want to get to work on other things. We need to work on that grass, get grass planted, and I'm thinking a straw crop like wheat or something. That in that section of the field that I've got sectioned off, I said we could plant 2 fields out of that. I think a crop that produces grass, in other words grass, and a crop that produces straw would be 2 good ones to have, because we can use those in our composter, and we're going to want to use that for our garden and our compost we're going to want for our garden and our greenhouses, for any other vegetables or fruits that we might want to cook with in our other productions, such as, for instance, well, moonshine. Say we want to make a potato vodka or anything else, we're going to need compost for our other endeavors. Oh, there's that bump again. Yeah, so grass is really going to be essential for all that. So let's get back to the farm, and we can start working on that, seeing exactly where those fields are going to be divided off from. Actually, I think on the way back, let's stop by... we're going to buy some fuel. I think buying some fuel would be a good idea. All right, so I got some barrels here for us. Let's drop this off. This right here, this will fill our water production. It'll keep that going, and we'll have some extra fuel if we need it for our other equipment and such like that. I looked at buying a fuel trailer, but I think that this is just more efficient because we already have 2 trailers at our house for liquid. One water trailer, which is smaller, but it can hold other things too. So I'm using it for, we'll probably use it for, I don't know, maybe for milk or something else like that. And then we got this water trailer also. There's no need to have a 3rd trailer just for fuel when we already have 2 liquid trailers. So we're just going to move these guys over there. And I kind of had to push them. Oh, I guess that'll work. Yeah, that's straight enough. We'll get it loaded in the back of the truck. And I'll straighten it out with the forks once we get it loaded here. I don't want to push it forward too far because, well, we still got to get it out. Yeah, that's true. I'm going to leave it right there. Yeah, because we got to... Whoops, my bad. We got to get it out of the truck still. But I'm going to go park this over here. And we'll get back to the farm. And that didn't want to strap down, I don't think. Regardless, I mean, I put the straps across, but they don't appear to be holding it, and it kind of slid on me when I went around that one corner, so apparently this doesn't want to strap in. That's good to keep an eye on that. Running a production farm like we are here in Shady Country Distillery, we'll get plenty of experience at working different kinds of production and moving different kinds of pallets and products, and again, you know, like I said earlier, we'll be finding ways to get this done more efficiently. For now, you see, there's the fuel station there, but having this at our farm, obviously, this will save us from making a trip all the way down there. This is 1,500 gallons. This should last us through, I'm sure this will last us through the rest of this year. This will fill the harvester, our water production, a tractor or 2. Now, unfortunately, hitting the brakes a couple times, I think kind of moved the fuel barrels there a little forward in the bed. I hope we can still reach them. Well, I mean, there's always a way, right? Let's see, where are we parking this? I'm still getting my bearings around this, our new farmyard here. Relatively new to it still. Well, we'll just back this water trailer back into here for now. I want to see if we have any trouble getting the fuel barrels out. Hopefully not. Hopefully we can get them right out. Actually, I have an idea that might make it a little easier to reach them. Although I think we can reach them with the tractor, but we'll just do a little bit of this. Put your seatbelt on here, and no, I thought it was gonna. I was expecting it to come to a. Yeah, that didn't exactly. Well, I think we can reach them with the tractor. The effect in my head, I was going backward really fast, and then slamming the brakes, and it was gonna slam them to the back of the truck. In actuality, the truck came to a gentle stop. Yeah, it didn't. It went a lot differently in my head. Where did we park the oh, of course, it's right here. Might want to get some kind of dedicated, you know, forklift of some type, or just dedicated loader if we're going to be doing, which we are going to be doing, you know, logistics and products, crates and pallets, stuff like this from our farm. A more dedicated system is going to be needed. Like, for instance, one thing I didn't consider with these forks, even... all right, well, I can't get it with this. Now, to be fair, of course, this is not... Yeah, I realize those are not forks. That is a hay fork. But it picks up pallets. It does pick up pallets, of course. But it's not going to in this fashion. It's too wide for the bed of the truck. File that under... Yeah, we need dedicated equipment. You know, dedicated logistics equipment. And, well, we'll be getting into that because we've got more products to move. For now, I think the hose from this will reach from the truck to here, and we can fill this up. I'll come out here. We'll get us some forks for the tractor, and we'll come out here, and I'll get that done another time. There's, of course, still a lot more stuff to be done in September. I want to bring you guys, you know, I like to bring you in the episodes all of the best work and all the cool, fun things that we're doing. I'll park this here for now. And I think it's loud after a while. That diesel engine just... Yeah, hey chickens, how are you guys? Your food okay? Yeah, they could use some more seeds, but they're good for now. They're making us eggs. Keep an eye out for more eggs spawning there so we don't step on them or something silly like that. Well, let's get out to this field and let's see where... Now, we're also going to need some tools. Good thing we've got some money because we're going to need some tools for planting, which we don't have. I'll double check our equipment because we've just started here on the farm and, you know, not everything is sitting where it should be. Some things are put in places I may have forgotten them, you know, in the getting everything set up process. All right, I had a look at our garage and no, we don't have anything to plant with. I also checked at the used equipment sale. You know, currently right now, nothing, you know, up there for sale. And if you guys have seen previous series of farms here on the channel, then you know I like to look for good deals on used equipment. You find interesting stuff that way, interesting deals. Yeah, for sure. If you haven't seen any other series on the channel, be sure to check out the channel page. There's links to previous series and, of course, this series as well. And, of course, I appreciate your review and your subscription. If you enjoy the series, let me know in the comments below. Really, thanks a lot, guys, for following along. I have a lot of fun. And work a lot bringing these to you, and it's nice to know that it's appreciated. You guys enjoy the series. So let's get out here and, well, let's... So we got this nice affordable disc harrow here, which this tractor is powerful enough to pull. Well, yeah, it's one of those things where if this field were uphill, it probably wouldn't pull this harrow. But it is pulling it. Oh yeah, if there was a hill incline on this, it probably wouldn't pull this. This tractor doesn't technically have enough power for this tool, but we're making it work on flat ground anyway. That's good because this will get this done, I mean, honestly, a little quicker than it was to harvest. To harvest this field, it was about 2.5 or so hours of harvesting because our harvester, that's the thing, this field is great for our farm. We'll be able to get a lot of use out of it. Separated into like 3 or 4 fields. As one field, it's bigger than we need, and while it yielded a lot of canola, it was a very long job with our small harvester. But that's done. Now that it's harvested, we can get out here and we can break this up a bit. Yeah, I figure some of this here will be grass and some will be wheat to start off with. Maybe this half of the field. Well, this is like, I've had a look at the overhead. This here is like 1/3 of the field. We can have a quick little look like this, and you can see, well, we got sectioned off here. This is about like 1/3 of the field, I think. Yeah. See, I think this can be 3 or 4 fields here. Just get a, you know, just to get kind of a bird's eye view of it there. Can't hurt to have a look at the growth calendar here. Oh yeah, we can plant wheat all the way through November, so we could plant wheat in part of this, which I think would be good because it'd give us, well, it'd give us wheat for the chickens and straw if we want it for the composter or the greenhouses. So I think wheat would be a great crop to plant, and we can still get that out this year, or get it planted this year rather. And I might want a decent size of the field for that, to be honest, because, yeah, you know, our productions are largely going to run off products from our greenhouses and our gardens, is the way I see it, and our orchard. That's going to produce a lot of the products we need. And wheat really does kind of give, wheat and maybe corn, yeah, would be good backing for like anything else, because the wheat would give us grain for the chickens and straw. The corn would give us an alternate crop to work with alcohol. That said, you can make alcohol out of literally anything that has sugars in it. So any crop could work for alcohol, but I like the idea of corn. So I say corn and wheat would probably be really good products. Why don't you guys let me know in the comments below if you have any suggestions, maybe something I'm forgetting or something that might be interesting, because we don't need the entire field for one thing. Yeah, so any ideas you have, I'm open, because we got field space, that's for sure. But I figure half of this section here is good for grass. So any other crop, we most likely won't be able to plant until next year anyway. Like, say, corn or whatever, we can't plant that until next year anyway. So yeah, let me know in the comments, and we got plenty of time before anything else needs to be planted. I'll leave some of the field open, and we'll see. For now, I'm going to want to be getting on Well, we're going to need some kind of planter to at least plant the grass and the wheat. I'll do another pass of this field, and we'll have a look at that. Yeah, I think this right here would be good to start off with for grass. This will work just fine. And also, the way I figure, grass being a crop that obviously we can drive over without damaging, grass would be a good filler crop. Like, say, for instance, we decide to plant different sections of this field with different crops. We could have a strip of grass here, a crop there, then a strip of grass, then a crop. You see what I'm saying? That allows us to move equipment around to harvest the other kinds of crop and drive on the grass, because obviously it won't damage the grass. That might be a good idea. So this will make a decent area for grass right here. I want to get some kind of cedar to plant it, and we've got some small rocks that have been picked up. I want to stay on top of that, so either a roller or preferably, this field is pretty decently small. A small thing to scoop them up might be a decent shout as well. All right, so I have called down to the shop, and I've got a decent cedar waiting for us down there. It's a pretty small cedar, but in terms of cedar, they're all pretty small until you start paying big bucks that we just don't have. Luckily, we're just doing small fields there for the time being. We'll just park this right here. Now, I think that's the only thing we need to get down there. Actually, no, you know what? As long as we're making a trip to the store, let's take this opportunity. Let's drop this straw fork off here. This, what you call it, silage fork, whatever you want to call it. Let's drop this off here. And, yeah, get proper forks for the tractor. As long as we're taking it down there. Try to be efficient about our time and everything. Let's just drop this off here. And I'll pick up a set of pellet forks and have those waiting for us down at the shop when we get there. So here at the shop, I have got us... Our $12,000 went to a nice, manageably sized Kubota cedar. This will be great for planting grass. Look at that, brand new and shiny. And we got some forks, some seeds to go in it. And the cedar, that is. Let's get this stuff loaded up here, and I'll be heading back to the farm. So I'll be getting grass planted. I think that was a good idea, have grass planted in between the crops. So we'll have maybe, let's see, there we go, pick that up. Maybe 2 strips of grass, and then 3. So that'll make 5 total fields. We'll have 2 strips of grass, and then each one flanked by a narrow crop field. That'll give us the grass fields to maneuver our equipment around in, get to the crops, and yeah, so 3 different crops. We'll do wheat, and I'll see what your guys' input is, what we plant next year. I think corn would be a good idea. Maybe something else too. Let me know in the description, in the comments. Let me know in the comments below. I'm going to get this back to the farm. Guys, thanks so much for following along with us here in September on the first year at Shady Country Distillery. Be sure to tell me what you think, and I hope you enjoy the episode. I will catch you guys next time. Probably be October, maybe later this month, but regardless, I'll see you next time. No later than Friday, maybe before, but the episodes are every Monday and Friday. If there's extra episodes, they'll go in between. So I'll see you guys in a couple of days. Thanks a lot. I'm getting back to the farm.